wanted to have a presence, right? Because we never really have had one. People know about the food bank, but they don't know where it is or what it looks like, or you could drive by and just keep on going and you would never know that you had been to the food bank, right? So we wanted a presence. We wanted to be able to kind of be a beacon, if you will, a beacon of hope.
At Parkhill, our mission is building community. It's no surprise that the food-based mission is also related to building community. So when we first sat down with them and were dreaming and thinking about this, it was just a really beautiful, exciting marriage that we have the privilege of coming behind them and supporting them in this really fantastic mission.
We had the good fortune through grant funds and community donations and just general donations to think about expanding the food bank's operations to where the food bank in its 43-year history for the first time make the food bank a destination and an accessible destination for those folks in need, or step up. And so that's what we're trying to do, and I think we're going to have a great time doing it. The community is going to be delighted to see how we've done it, both exterior and interior.
Well, I think it's very important that we have a good facade. It gives a very good feeling that you're coming to a nice, professionally run organization, and I think it helps the attitude there. I think it really is a big boost for our employees. It's just a new, fresh, modern look for the food bank.
Our new expansion project will have some features that will allow folks to be able to access food easier. Now we have arranged to where an individual or our partner agencies can come and pick up food in a more convenient manner. We have a drive-through with a covered parking area, and so now if it is completely beaming down hot, it will still be hot probably, but you will at least be in the shade. When we started 40 years ago, I believe we had 3 employees. Now we're up to 12 to 15 employees. We started out as a warehouse and we had maybe 3 desks. So our employees are sitting in every nook and cranny just trying to find desk space. Now we're going to have a beautiful area for them to spread out and work and get the job done that we need to get done. As you can see, we're going to have a beautiful building when it's all said and done. We have a beautiful mural. We're going to have bright yellow colors, and I feel like that will help people find us a lot easier.
So when you transform a facility from just a generic warehouse to what something is a destination that's welcoming, inviting, and vibrant, tells them what the interior of this edifice is going to be as well. So we're going to have our mission statement become physically visible through the beautiful mural that's being created for us. The building's architecture is going to be embracing, welcoming, and informative, telling the story of what we do, which is fighting hunger, feeding hope, through both artistic representation and physical space.
Our location it's not the prettiest over here. We're in a lot of the warehouse area, and so it's bland, and having the mural there is going to bring that color that we are super excited to have in this area, especially when the sun rises on the east. It's just going to shine right onto that mural, and super excited to see that.
So we're in the warehouse district, and so everything's kind of a metal building that's appropriate for the type of work that's happening here. In no way prepared for visitors. It was mostly prepared for function. And so what we got to do is pair that function, help to support it, and then come alongside it with beauty and help this thing to really find its full potential.
Within the space we have a walk-in freezer, we do have a walk-in cooler, and so we'll have quick and easy access to food resources that we need to help serve our neighbors. We'll also have the state-of-the-art community space where we'll be able to engage with our partner agencies like we haven't before. We actually have the ability to convert that community space into a larger space by removing the glass panels.
We took what was a mishmash of different building objects and tied them all together in a cohesive building design. And that too is reflective of the heart of the food bank, to be unified in this community, to come together, to meet people where they're at in the highs and the lows, and bind them all together so that we can together as a community value one another, love for one another, care for each other.
Our mission is to fight hunger and to feed hope. And the goal behind that, the whole reason that mission exists, is because not only are we trying to make sure that no Texan in our 13 county reach is hungry, we're trying to make sure that they're not operating their lives without dignity and without hope for tomorrow, and that they can be confident to reach their full potential, whether they need food assistance, long-term, short-term, whatever the situation may be. We're not here to put stipulations on that. We're not here to judge them for that. We're here to help our neighbors and to make sure that no child is hungry, that no senior citizen goes without food. And so just having the space that welcomes somebody immediately is going to put them at ease, and it's going to, I think it's going to do wonders for how we interact with our community.
What is the experience of that kid in the backseat as they come with their parents to this facility to get aid? What picture are they getting of their family, of their community, of their position in the world and in the community? And so that was an important marker that drove a lot of the project. Because we needed to put a face on the building, we said, well, we're going to reface this whole thing and pull it together and bring it together so there's this cohesive element to the project. And that included glass facing the street and being inviting. And that included this sloping canopy that you see across the entire building, biting it together. It slopes back towards the building so that it opens up towards the street. It's an inviting, welcoming embrace so that as people are coming to the food bank, they feel welcome. They feel like they belong coming here. They can feel at peace as they come on to the project site. That tilted plane is a metaphor too. As you think about the shape of that canopy, we could have put a horizontal canopy on that, still would have effectively bound all the pieces together, provided shade and marked entry, done all the same things, but then it would have been level all the way across, which is fine. The lifting and lowering that you see is a product of that canopy actually getting tilted. We slope it back so that as it hits the building at different frontages, it dances up and down. It rises and falls. And the metaphor in that is, as you think about level planes versus tilted planes, the reality is life is not a level plane, it's a tilted plane. And it hits each of us differently, in different ways, different times, different seasons, different levels. And so it's just a reminder to us as we come to the food bank about the impact that may have. The food bank is going to be an experience for individuals who are at that low point. But the food bank helps those individuals get out of that low point and get hopefully to a high point. And so that's just some of the poetry behind the canopy. And I think with that, it's really poignant that the mural stretches from the lowest point of the canopy to the highest point of the canopy across the whole project. And I think that just speaks to the power of art and how it can express what words can't. It gets into the lowest of lows for us and the highest of highs. And this mural is an expression for the whole community about how the food bank can touch that in an individual's life.
We wanted to have something that would tell the mission, but in a way that was inviting. So we found a wonderful artist who could do that abstraction that we had envisioned and bring it to life. And that way we hope that that's going to bring the community to us and us to the community.
She has created a mural and it is fantastic. I feel like it connects the food bank with our community, and what we hope that people will see in us is this bright beacon.
Talking with everyone at the food bank, I wanted to design something that complemented the architecture. I designed this piece to be a metaphorical representation of the food bank's mission. In this concept, I've included 13 plates representing the 13 counties the food bank of West Central Texas currently serves. I connected and overlapped the elements of the piece to show the complexity of the issue and the many pieces that are involved in both contributing to and in working to aid and assist in food insecurity. The plains are divided into cascading rays to represent the hope instilled in finding necessary resources and the hope for a better future that every meal brings. I included multiple grain stalks, not only to represent the mission and for the benefits of wayfinding, but just to show the life-giving resources collected and distributed and the hope that the nourishment provides to people in the communities.
The mural is really the cherry on top of a long transition from taking a piecemeal warehouse building and converting it into a light and bright and welcoming space that's reflective of the mission. It takes all of us all working together to meet the food needs of our community. And so in that way, all of the elements of the mural coming together and overlapping and working together is really reminiscent of the way that we do things at the food bank.
It's very exciting to see it not only meet what we intended, but exceed the expectations that we started with. And I think it's going to be great for the future and help us in the fight against hunger.